Let's play the Journey of Miracles event in War and Order. It's a dice rolling game, and it's important you understand which rewards to go for. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I'm Chisgule Gaming, and today's video is sponsored by the makers of War and Order. And I'm just going to give you a quick introduction to the Journey of Miracles, which, if you're into dice rolling games, is pretty fun. And even if you're not, there's some free loot that you should definitely go pick up, and a few optimizations you can make as you play this event to get slightly better rewards. So, big picture, how the heck does this event work? The way this goes is that you roll either regular dice or golden dice, you move some number of squares along the board, and then you claim the reward. That's pretty much it. I mean, it's like Monopoly, except you're getting stuff in-game for your account. Now, the sorts of stuff you can get ranges from speed-ups to even a small amount of gems, and those most premium rewards are in purple. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I personally found that I landed on those purple spots very, 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 very infrequently. So in order to ensure that you get those rewards, instead of using a regular six-sided die, you could just smash the gold die and then guarantee exactly what roll you get. And that is, I think, the only best way to actually land on those purple squares. Otherwise, it seems to be just chance, and the chances aren't all that good. There also are some rotating squares on this board that are in brown, and they do different things. Every time you lap the board, I think they change around. I'll show you that in just a minute. And the starting square is just over here. As you make more and more laps around the board, you're getting rewards. And every time you roll the die, you're getting a currency. This is important to understand. What are you doing with that currency? Trading it in. And the thing that is the chase item from the exchange store from this event is very obviously the orange psionic tattoos, man. If you're working on a legendary totem, then those tattoos are the chase. Very, very, very difficult to come by. So that would be the main thing that you're ultimately hunting for if you're using a orange quality, legendary quality totem. Otherwise, you go for the purple psionic tattoos. That seems pretty reasonable. And to get a bunch of stats, the superior rune stones are pretty good as well. And there are several tiers of these available to you. So once you exhaust the lower tiers, you'll unlock the higher tiers. And we'll do a bunch of this game together because it's honestly kind of fun to just smash your way through this a little bit mindlessly, with the exception of your gold dice, and then get the rewards. Now, as you go around the board, there is one other interesting mechanic here, which is that the squares level up and the rewards get better. So even though the bundles that you ultimately have to buy to play more and more and more of this will get more and more expensive per die that you get, the rewards you get, weirdly enough, will level up as you go. So for example, you can see XP level of this square is 0 out of 5. Currently, I get 15 minutes of speed ups, but if it levels up, then every time I land on the square, it is 30 minutes of speed ups. So how do you get the freaking dice? Let's get to it, shall we? There are quests that you can do every single day, and you should do every single day in order to play this event. These are really, really simple, and obviously I'm delinquent. I need to get started on my daily quests, and actually, it says daily quests, and it says it refreshes. Interestingly, I thought the last time this came around, it didn't refresh every day. So there's a few things that I've actually changed, I think, since the first time this came around and now, but it does say daily quests, and it does have that refresh timer up top. So I think, unlike last time, this should refresh every single day. And also, if you were looking to get a bunch of the dice here, then obviously there are packs available. The packs, as I was describing, get more expensive for the dice as you go. Let's just pick up a bunch of these. We'll roll a bunch. So for $5, I get 75 dice. Okay. Then for $7, I can do 90 more dice. Okay. And that gives me a lot to work with. Something to work with anyways. The golden dice, we'll pick up some of these. $3 for 5 golden dice. We smash that off. Okay, cool. That's plenty of dice to show you how this works. So let's get started, shall we? Now, by the way, who should want to go completely ham on this event if you are spending? Again, it is whales who want those psionic tattoos. Those are very hard to come by. If you needed any of that stuff in that shop, that would be why you would go nuts here. So here we go. We smash the button. And we roll the dice, baby. So, as I roll the dice, I got a 4. I move forward 4 squares, and I get that reward. That square is now 1 out of 5 experience. You see how this works? Pretty straightforward. Technically, I can smash this button and do multiple rolls at a time, which probably makes sense, because this could take a really freaking long time to go through all of the dice rolls. As fun as it is to go one at a time, I'll make my way around the board here, and as long as I have golden dice, I will point out that I want to be really strategic as I move my way around the board here. And the reason that this is important is because at some point I want to set where I want to land. Now, it's kind of interesting. If I wanted more of the event currency, I could go for that. If I wanted more Azurite, I mean, that feels like a big W to me. That's probably what I go for here, is to try to get the Azurite. So we make our way 6 squares, and I landed on, artifact experience. Okay. Now I'm actually within range. 1, 2, 3, 4, technically 6. I probably could just roll the dice here and see if I land on it, right? This is a little bit strategic, but given that the square I want is exactly 6 squares, I'm not going to leave the range of the Azurite by rolling once, right? Not possible, given the squares ahead of me. So I roll once. Let's see if I get a 6. I got a 2. What did it do? Ooh! Double rewards? Wait, is that right? Really? Really? Double reward. Big win. Okay, so now we do the gold dice, baby. We smash the 4. And we're landing on the Azurite. Let's go. Double Azurite. GG. Now, technically, what you might consider doing is saving your gold dice until the square's leveled up more. And then you might get more if you're spending a lot. That's an approach you could take. Let's go pass go here. Collect our $200. If only you were actually collecting $200. Monopoly. Oh, how you spoiled me. Now I just spend my money. And here we go. Hey, we made it around the board. You actually collect some number of squares as well when you pass go, which is kind of neat. Otherwise, go, like the start square, is actually a dead square. You don't want to land on the start square. Start square is super bad to land on. Super, super bad. The more laps you do, as it says on the screen here, the more rewards you ultimately get. So I can also hit the multiple spin. Oh, I can use multiple rolls once I reach 200. All right. I am not yet hardcore enough to use the multi-spin button. Take it easy, Chisgule. With under 200 spins, you're basically still just a noob. So chill your roll here and make your way around the board. That's fine. I'm going to show you these rolls just so you can get a sense of like what these rewards are like. If you're wondering like, hey, how are these rewards anyways? And I'll say that these rewards are like pretty generic, right? Like different types of speed ups, kind of whatever, artifact experience and resources, it's kind of whatever. There's nothing too insane on the board. I mean, it's really all about getting the currency anyways that you're going to use in the shop and then deciding what you're going to get. Ooh, what's this? What'd I get? Oh, hey, materials. Let's go. Always could use some more materials. I mean, I've got a younger account, so that would explain that. We got some food. It looks like money bags. I get excited, and then I'm like, no, wait. That's not money bags. That's not a $sign on there. That's food. Now, that was interesting. I just got teleport. Teleport to the final square, which is actually miserable because I missed my chance at the Azurite drop, but GG. We teleported to final square. I guess technically I'm getting more laps faster. More laps means sort of more loot. And there we go. I did land on the starting square, which is a big F. F's in the chat. Landing on the starting square is kind of not what you want to do. And we cruise around the board some more. Now, there are, as I think I was mentioning earlier, rankings here. So there's a cross-realm ranking. I believe there's a within-realm ranking as well to see who actually gets the furthest. So within my own realm, I mean, I'm in noob status over here, 430 points accumulated so far. Is that actually right? Am I actually 15th? Am I actually 15th? I'm actually 15th with the small amount of dice rolls I've done so far. Okay, GG. And then in the cross-realm ranking, I mean, you can see I'm unranked. I'm like so low here. They're like, bro, forget about it. And the rank rewards are more orange psionic tattoos, as you might expect. There's a cross-realm ranking, which is giving those crucial tattoos for ranks 1 through 10, epic or purple psionic tattoos, once you reach 10 and beyond here. And then you got your noob status like me, who's like way lower down the list here. This is an event that I think I'd go pretty ham on for the orange psionic tattoos if I'm going to whale on this particular event. In terms of the things I generally like to whale on, I would say artifacts are actually really high on my list. But those orange psionic tattoos go right up there with them. Ooh, what'd I get? Special square. What was it? Delayed gratification. Pass the final space another 2 times to get an additional 50 souvenir badges. Okay. I see you. We smash the dice and cruise around the board. 6. I did not get Azurite. Big GG's. As long as I don't get a 1 here, then we're good to go. Let's freaking go. Didn't get a 1. Did I? Where did I land? Where am I going? Oh, I did land on the go forward 2 spaces spot. Okay. That's a lot of progress around the board. Progress around the board is not a bad thing. That means that your whole board is getting more laps. And it means you're getting more points as well for your ranking. So that's okay. I'll take it. You can see every time I've made it around the board, these brown squares have kind of changed around. So it does make it kind of interesting each time you go. What do I land on now? Yeah, resources. Resources is, I mean, it's kind of whatever. I need a ton of them. I actually do need a ton of them, if I'm being honest. My need for resources seems to never end. It's kind of never ending. Okay, I teleported again past the Azurite. F's in the chat. Kind of not what I wanted to do. I got a 2 landing on the food. Every time I see it, I think it's money bags, and we keep going. We keep going around the board, baby. But I think you get the idea of how this goes, right? You can use the gold dies when you want to target exactly where you want to go. You can use the regular die to just cruise your way around the board. And again, after a certain amount of these, you can then actually do 20 at a time. And at that point, it's like you're just pulling down loot, Like your character, when you do the multiple, when you do the 20x, your character will just move to their one new location, and you just see a thing on the screen that's like, here's everything you got. And it's like, okay, that's what I got then, isn't it? I guess that's what I got. The squares level up and all that stuff, just like you would expect. Pretty straightforward. This event, how would I rate it compared to other events? I mean, I would say personally that the horse racing event is somehow a little more fun for me. Like, just because it's horse racing and you like race the horse at the end and you're not even really racing it. And it's like not even that complex of a mini game, but there's something satisfying about having the pet somehow. And like, I still think the orange psionic tattoos that I'm pulling down here are actually super freaking crucial. So if you got any other questions about this event, definitely let me know. Leave a comment down below. You can see that a couple of my squares have now advanced a couple levels here. And it takes more experience than before to level them up. So the more they level up, the more experience it takes. I think the final level might even be like, do I remember correctly? It was like 15 or 30 experience, something like that. It's a good bit. But if you're actually going to go completely ham on this event for the psionic tattoos, then you'll find that pretty much every square, weirdly enough, except the purple squares, is going to end up with those 3 stars on them after some amount of spend. So if you got any questions, leave a comment down below, throw a like on the video, consider subscribing if you found this helpful or insightful about the event. If you have any other tips and tricks, I definitely would like to see those down below. And until next time, you have fun smashing your enemies.